welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
You get a look inside Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville, Florida. Tonight, a good one coming your way in the AFC. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. That's Harrison Butker, set to get things started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So here come the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
You think back just a few years ago, Mike, Trevor Lawrence coming out of Clemson, he was regarded as one of the top quarterback prospects of the last decade, and at times he's fit the billing, but it's been the inconsistency, protect the ball, turnovers. If he can clean up a lot of those miscues, he could be one of the top quarterbacks in this league.
Down the left sideline, and he will score. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Jaguars will take a 7-0 lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here come the Chiefs, and that means the 3-time Super Bowl MVP, twice the league MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes.
I'll tell you what, Mike, we have a blast every week doing this, but when we get our assignments and we see this guy on deck, it just gets a little bit more special. I mean, to witness firsthand one of the greatest, one of the most transcendent players of all time at the quarterback position, you just know when he's on the field, you're likely to witness something special. And needless to say, I think we're all pretty excited for this one. So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
He'll get this out wide. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard, and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to to stop that play really before it got started.
That's the second time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Now whistles, play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
First down.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And third down coming up.
Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down.
Looking middle, and he's got Brown. It is a gain of 16. They get the third down conversion by about a yard.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback. A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They need the 24-yard line as they come up for third down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Kansas City.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
On first down, it's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a third down and 4. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And this is going to set him up with first and goal. Mark him out of bounds at the 4.
Nothing really fancy about that last completion, but what it does do, Mike, is now they are on the doorstep of the end zone. So now they've got to find a way to finish this long drive with a touchdown.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball at the 3, second down and goal. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
So third and goal inside the 5, Mike. Defensively, what you're trying to do is, of course, keep him out of the end zone. But the second step is don't allow them to have any decision about whether or not they want to go for it on 4th down. So now after that sack, they take the loss and probably leads to a field goal attempt.
Third and goal. To throw is Mahomes. That's going to be caught, and he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line, and now it's 4th and goal.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
On 4th down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs. This, about as short as you can get. Butker's kick. It is good. And the Chiefs are on the board. It's 7-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He finds De'Ami Brown. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. First grab of the game for Brown. Good enough for a 1st down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
On 1st down, Lawrence. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver And the quarterback recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Man in motion is Brown. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That is caught by Washington. 18 yards on the pickup there. First down, Jacksonville.
That's good for a Jaguars. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
He finds his tight end. That's Brenton Strange. And he'll be out of bounds at the 5. A big play for Jacksonville. 33 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They'll run it here with Etienne. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. Here's Lawrence. Heels. And he will get into the end zone. Trevor Lawrence. Touchdown Jaguars. That his second touchdown tonight. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars extend their advantage to 14-3. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Chiefs offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Patrick to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. Off the RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down. So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. 14-3 is the score. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2. Here's 1st and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. That's to the sideline. It is intercepted, but I don't think he was able to stay in bounds. And indeed, the officials concur. It is incomplete. Very nearly a turnover.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he overhit that just a bit. Lands beyond the goal line, and that is a touchback. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 3. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
The job of the offensive lineman is the key piece to a successful screenplay. They have to balance this fine line between stopping the defensive lineman from getting to the quarterback too quick, but also let that defensive lineman think he's got a free rush at the quarterback. That's the balance and the timing that made this play so successful, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Lawrence. This one intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson. And the Chiefs will take over at their own 15.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs, and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
First down throw, Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
Left side, it's caught by Brown. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
Short throw, caught by the tight end, Gray. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
That's complete left side to Worthy. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Into the hands of Juju. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
Chiefs.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Mahomes looking to throw on second down. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the first down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. So they'll have to pick it up on third down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, He gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up first and goal.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs are back within 4. It is 14-10. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Jags offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Tight end on the move left. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run it once more with Etienne. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. A gain there of 11. First down, Jacksonville.
For the Jaguars. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
They'll go back to Etienne on 1st down. They turn nothing into something, spinning forward. Give them a gain of about 3.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
A first down throw for Lawrence. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
The defense had their sights set on making a big play one way or another. First, it was the initial pressure. They thought they had the quarterback for a sack. but then they get their hands on the ball, and I think if you're this offense walking back into the huddle, Mike, an incomplete pass there is probably the best possible outcome.
Over the middle, it is strange. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
Lawrence now to throw on first down. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion. De'Ami Brown was the one he was looking for. And it'll be second down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Man, it's Thomas. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Lawrence. This one complete to Washington. Now the Chiefs can call the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming.
It's 4th down.
They'll run for it with ETN. And he's going to have a Jags first down. And more. It'll wind up a gain of 5 on 4th and 2.
Yeah, sometimes these coaches want to overthink it. They want to dial up these super tricky plays and try to outthink themselves sometimes. And you find yourself here on 4th and real short. Something easy, something your guys have repped a million times. Win the battle up front and pick up a fresh set of downs.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Brenton Strange. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Little on now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Jaguars are out to a 21-10 lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. Wow! And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll send Worthy in motion. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
And that 1st down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout here. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
Big-time completion here as they try to get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break, so they get a chance to double up possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing stages of this half.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? Before every game, we see these kickers. They have a very set and clear routine. We're down there on the field a lot of the times when they're working through it. They start in close, and then they work their way progressively back towards midfield. They end up taking the last couple kicks right around the logo, and that routine certainly paid off here.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Here's Smith to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. Got him in. It's Kelce. Complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
1st down, Chiefs.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Kelce. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. The future Hall of Famers connect. Mahomes to Kelce one more time for a Chiefs 1st down. Back to the air one more time. Over the middle, that's Kelce. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup and get a fresh set of downs.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. That's to Gray, open on the left side. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. They put Kelce in motion. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay.
Still 3rd down.
So now, after the penalty, a much tougher prospect to convert. It is 3rd and 9. Mahomes now to throw again. He's got his tight end. It's Kelce. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Here's Pacheco. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss. I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
3rd and goal. To throw is Mahomes. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown, KC.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone because, as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
Here's the Chiefs and Mahomes lining up to add on 2 more.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll send Worthy in motion. Play action here. Mahomes. That'll be caught. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. A return now from the 4. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. This one tight throughout, all level at 21 as they'll search for a go-ahead score. Play action now. It's Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. Open right side. That screens the tight end.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Here we go. To throw is Lawrence. He'll find his tight end. It's strange. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Here's a short one. He's got Strange. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Flushed to his left. Trevor avoids the hit, takes a slide, but also picks up a first down.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They get 14 on that hookup. First down, Jacksonville.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Once again, it's ETN. Oh, big hole left side. And he's in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Jaguars go up by 7, 28-21. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. Woo! And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 24. Josh Hines-Allen there on the tackle. Second down and 8. Once again, it's Pacheco. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Foye Oluokun with the play. Third and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. 16 yards. Pick up on that one. Good for a Chiefs first down.
First down, Chiefs.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. A handoff to Pacheco. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. That's complete. Who else? It's Kelsey. 11 yards on the pass there. First down, KC.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Monday Night Primetime continues after this. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Pacheco. He gets the 4th quarter going, and they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 12 on that one. They're on the march. Another first down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offense.
Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line. Eric Armstead getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
I really like the play call. Sometimes you can catch the defense thinking run, and you can change it up on 1st down and go pass. The issue is, if you're the quarterback, you've got to get this ball out of your hand. It's either touchdown or out the back of the end zone into the bleachers, because you cannot afford to go backwards when you find yourself in a goal to go.
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That one taken in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They go play action for Lawrence. Escaping to his left.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
From the 35, here's second down and a yard. Up the middle, here's Etienne. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. Now, faking the give. In trouble, and down he goes. That is George Karlaftis. He gets into drop-in. It's a loss of 8.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. They gain 18 yards on that one. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
On first down, Lawrence. That is incomplete.
At this stage of the game, one play could be the difference between winning and losing, and that dangerous throw is just a little risky for my liking. I understand the notion of trying to make a play and being aggressive, but one turnover here, and this game could be over.
Second down, Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown.
saying this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. Fourth quarter, that's a huge first down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's Lawrence. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Brings up second and 5 at the Chiefs' 25-yard line.
To the right, on the run, it's ETN. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
Lawrence from the gun here on third down. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So that's a big first down conversion because, Mike, as you take a look at the game clock, if they play this right, not only do they put themselves in position to score here to win this at the end, but they also can leave very little time left for their opponent to try to go down and answer.
Run the toss here to ETN. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Mike Dana in there for the sack. Worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Now from the 9, it'll be second and goal. To throw is Lawrence. This defense hitting their ears back, coming to get him again.
Really nice job here by the defense, taking advantage of this condensed field. Anytime you're down here in the red zone, the field is wider than it is deep. It's actually very challenging for an offense to stay in their normal rhythm, and coverage has been tight. Pass rush is getting home. Back-to-back sacks.
Back-to-back sacks back them up. What's going to happen now on third and goal? Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Travis Hunter was the intended target. And now they're faced with a fourth and goal.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this fourth quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. Here's Smith to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On play action, it's Mahomes. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
And he's back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain before stepping out of bounds.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. The future Hall of Famers connect. Mahomes to Kelsey one more time for a Chiefs 1st down.
Are you kidding me? Really?
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll send Worthy in motion. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They put Kelsey in motion. They'll drop to throw. Open man right side is Kelsey. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Pacheco. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
This caught right side by Worthy. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
This crowd, they're trying to force a false start. What noise before 3rd and inches. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. He'll try to run for it. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Here we go, 1st and goal. Here's Mahomes. They're trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Butker now to add the PAT. It's up and good. And the Chiefs have taken a 4-point advantage. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. This is 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Lawrence. Going down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight end. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. And the clock will stop with 45 seconds left in the game. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their second. They'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. Big play in the game right here. It's 3rd down. And in motion is Brown. Now Lawrence. Now a quick throw taken in by Brown. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Ideal circumstance there. They get the 1st down and preserve that final timeout.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. There's a short one. He's got screen. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now the Jags will use their 3rd and final timeout. And the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the ballgame. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big 1st down. He's into space past the 25. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
That's good for another Jacksonville. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. Jacksonville. Good night, everyone.